Suddenly, the screen faded to another scene set several days in the future. The mare was at home, laying in bed. The stallion that was previously by her side was now entering her room, a lit candle illuminating the dark room of the dying mare that was lying in. "I know you will never get the chance to get married," he began, placing the candle down. "But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy the honeymoon." Scootaloo and Applebloom made giggling noises as the two ponies leaned into a kiss. A funky bass line began playing, setting a romantic tone for the scene. "Scootaloo, what's he doing?" Applebloom asked, confused at what she was seeing. The stallion was jumping onto the bed, making out fiercely with the mare. She moaned loudly. "What's he doing with that lamp? Oh, sweet Celestia." Applebloom stared at the screen slack-jawed. Scootaloo was cowering in her chair, unable to comprehend the horrifying sexual acts the ponies were committing before her. "Oh, Randall, maybe we should get the dog up here." With that, Scootaloo and Applebloom fled the room screaming, leaving the horrors behind them. They sat in the corner, huddled together, trying to unsee what they had recently seen, burying their heads in their hooves. The two shook in a semi-catatonic state for nearly half an hour when the movie let out, ponies pouring outside. "I can't believe that zombie had 6 heads," one pony said. "Truly a testament of true love. I wish my husband would fly all the way to Las Pegasus for me." "That dog sure was hot." Out of the crowd's voices, the pair suddenly heard a familiar one. "Applebloom? What are you all doing here? Weren't you and Scootaloo sleeping over at Sweetie Belle's?" Applebloom and Scootaloo looked up from their hooves to find Applejack in front of them. She wore a bemused expression on her face, clearly surprised to see her sister and her friend in the movie theater. Rainbow Dash stood next to her, a wing draped over Applejack with a smile on her face. "Hey, Squirt, you didn't try to see that movie, did you?" she asked Scootaloo. Applebloom and Scootaloo exchanged glances, knowing that the jig was up. "We're sorry, guys," Scootaloo said, dropping her head. "Yeah, we should have listened to you, Applejack. That movie sure wasn't meant for us to see." Applebloom shuddered at the thought of the scene that they had walked in on. Worse than that time her and Scootaloo played Truth and Dare. "Well, if you're sorry, then I guess you wouldn't mind helping Big Macintosh and I buck apples tomorrow instead of playing with your friends," Applebloom replied sternly, yet softly. She placed a kind hoof on her sister's shoulder and gave her a forgiving smile. "Wait, what are you two doing here?" Scootaloo asked out of the blue. Applejack and Rainbow Dash looked at each other. "Well, I went to visit Sweet Apple Acres today when Applejack told me about the movie you two were trying to go see. Since she was already working, I asked her out to have a nice movie night with me." Applejack grinned towards the fillies and playfully punched Rainbow Dash, who took it blushing. "Let me get this straight. You two are on a date?" Applebloom asked, giving a confused look at the mares. Rainbow Dash smiled and squeezed her wing tighter around Applejack. The love she felt for the Earth Pony was next to her was extreme. She had waited a long time to get up the courage to ask her out on a date, and it all seemed so natural. It was a perfect night. She opened up her mouth to reply when suddenly she felt Applejack break out from under her. Applejack fell to the floor laughing, tears pouring down her cheeks as she gasped for air. "You two fillies gonna kill me, I swear. Just like y'all, we were having a friends' night out." She stood up and wrapped her hooves around Applebloom's neck, giving her a noogie. "A date. Wait till Big Mac hears that, he'll sure get a kick of it. Come on, you two, let's get out of here. Scootaloo, you can sleep over at our house if you want tonight." "All right," she cheered happily. The three trotted slowly out of the movie theater, laughing and chatting. Rainbow Dash stood alone in the same spot. A look of shock remained on her face as she watched the three leave the movie theater and head toward Sweet Apple Acres. She sighed heavily, feeling a warm tear drop down her cheek. friends' night out. Well, that's the end of Applebloom and Scootaloo Go to a Movie, Every Pony. I'll see you next time when we return with another story. Thanks for listening!